Okay, it's Nancy Eisman again with Peace Counseling Group, and this is the second part of a series called Turtles versus Hailstorms. And today we're going to talk a little bit about hailstorms. Okay, first of all, we're going to start a little bit by talking about characteristics of hailstorms. Okay, so these folks that love to talk deeply about emotions. They feel their entire range of feelings. They aren't scared, but even just a little bit, by any of them. They can be very dramatic. They can be deeply intimate. They can be loud and soft, and all in the same evening. They love to talk, and they usually also love to listen to their turtle partners, and they wish that they would share more about how they feel. Okay, so hailstorms they usually relate to their partners more from the codependent side of the street, usually. Their characteristics tend to be in the vicinity of these characteristics of codependency: insecure, not really a lot of self-esteem sometimes. They tend to be needy. Come here, come here, come here. I need to spend time with you. They tend to be other-focused, most times to a fault, right? They're very selfless people. They'd give you the shirt off their back even if it meant that they were going to freeze to death. They tend to be more passive. Where do you want to go out to eat? I don't care. No, wherever you want to go eat. Things like that. And then this other characteristic, which is what I call polling. Okay, it's just like it sounds, right? You'll ask your friends, do you think I did the right thing? What do you think about this? What do you think I should do? Right? And they'll take a poll, and then the general consensus of whatever the poll showed them that they should do or that they should think, then they adopt that. Those are some of the characteristics of codependency. Okay, and a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, hailstorms tend to be more codependent and have a large range of emotions. Okay, hailstorms tend to have big abandonment wounds in their hearts. They have heightened anxiety in times of emotional distance. In other words, when their turtle partners back up, either emotionally or physically, it freaks them out. They tend to say things like this in a relationship. Why won't you just come home more often? Can't we talk about it? I miss you. They crave closeness and intimacy, even though they usually like some time alone as well. Being alone feels painfully normal to them because their abandonment wounds come from feelings of being alone as a kid. They believe that they can control whether or not someone spends time with them by being lovable and good enough, and have a hard time understanding why a turtle would back away from them just for having emotions. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how hailstorms do conflict. Okay, hailstorms want to fight it out to the bitter end. Okay, they want resolution. They absolutely hate rug sweeping and cutoff. They desperately want attention. They want to be understood. They would rather stay up all night and fight than go to bed angry. Their emotions are a roller coaster ride, but one they're pretty used to by now. Their heightened anxiety hits when their turtle partner tries to get out of the path of the storm. When their partner tries to end the fight, to walk away, to rug sweep it, to deny it, to minimize it, or to cut off from them, or worst of all, 10 minutes later, pretend like nothing ever happened and everything's fine. Their deep abandonment then is triggered. And then we're dancing. Hailstorms react to turtles ducking for cover in their shell to get out of the storm by increasing the amplitude of the emotions. This actually only serves to get them more abandoned because the turtles run away from hail, not toward it. It's a dance that triggers both partners, and neither of them is aware of what it's like to be the other person, what they themselves are doing, or how to get out of this conundrum. So here's the deal. If neither person knows what they're doing, how it is affecting the other person, or how to get out of it, how can we change it? Neither partner is actually being malicious or cruel. It's just that we don't know what we don't know until we know. These posts are meant to begin to shed some light on what we do in relationships. Quite unknowingly, actually. And so next time I'm going to wrap this whole thing up and put a little bow on it and discuss what can be done to free ourselves from the dance that we get trapped in. So tune in next time and we'll talk a little more. See you soon.